Welcome everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I am Badet Kiblat, the trailblazing mompreneur from Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines. And I am your host today. Welcome to our Doctors Forum brought to you by Avita Philippines. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sa mga kababayan ko, kumusta po kayong lahat dyan? Laban lang, Pilipinas! And to all our international friends, welcome. It's good to have you here in this very, very beautiful morning when the sun is shining. And I'm just so happy and excited because this is the first time that we're having the Doctors Forum where we have an exceptional panel of doctors who will be sharing with us how they have personally experienced the benefits of oral marine cell therapy and to give us valuable information why oral marine cell therapy is a much better option. And I'm together with my family have benefited much from this oral marine cell therapy. That's why me together with our panel of doctors are very much passionate about sharing what we have discovered about educating people as much as we can so that more people will benefit from this. Before I introduce to you our gracious and excellent panel of doctors, I would like to remind everyone, if you have any questions, please, you may type in your question at the chat box and our esteemed advisors will get back to you. All right. So today, we are very blessed to listen to very, very good doctors who will share with us the power of oral marine cell therapy and how we can benefit from it so that we can live in optimum health despite the challenging lifestyle of this 21st century, especially now that we are in a pandemic. Let me introduce them to you one by one. First up is Dr. Mary Angeline Recto, affectionately known as Dr. Angie. She's a fellow of the Philippine College of Radiology and Diagnostic Breast Imaging Society of the Philippines. She's a practicing radiologist and heads the Department of Radiology in NL Villa Memorial Medical Center in Lipa City, Batangas. With a family history of autoimmune diseases, she ventured into becoming a wellness advocate, passionately sharing her advocacy. My friends, our guests, please help me welcome Dr. Angie. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Badet.
Hi, Dr. Angie. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yes, that's good to know. And so, thank you so much, Dr. Angie, for graciously accepting our invitation today. And so I'd like to call now our next member of our panel of doctors. She is Dr. Gail Dacudao. She has 4 decades of experience as a practicing dermatologist, regenerative medicine in beauty and wellness, a private practitioner, and as a senior citizen, she takes pride in being maintenance medication free, which she attributes to oral marine cell therapy. As wellness advocate, Dr. Gail embraced the Avita opportunity to share and spread wellness to many people, helping them live a better life. Please help me welcome Dr. Gail Dacudao. Hi, Dr. Gail.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Doc, you're looking so young.
Thank you, Badet. It's a pleasure.
It's good to have you here, Doc Gail, and I'm looking forward to learning from you this morning. Thank you very much po. And of course, our last but definitely not the least guest doctor this morning is none other than Dr. Babes Rodriguez. She is a fellow of the Philippine Dermatological Society and she underwent residency special training in an accredited institution. She has more than 27 years of experience as a doctor with private practice, specializing in diagnosis and treatment of diseases of the skin, hair, and nails. She treats both pathologic and aesthetic cases. Oral marine cell therapy added a new dimension to their already thriving dermatology practice, which is preventive wellness. In fact, during the lockdown, which forced her into early retirement, she felt so blessed and humbled with the hundreds of teleconsult requests from patients and friends from all over the world. So please help me welcome Dr. Babes Rodriguez. Hi, Dr. Babes. Doc, please unmute yourself po.
Hi, Badep. Good morning.
How are you, Doc?
I'm good.
Just like Dr. Babes and Dr. Angie, all our guests are becoming looking more and more young. So Dr. Babes, thank you very much again for gracing our Doctors Forum today. Maraming salamat po.
My pleasure.
So there you have it, folks. You've met our wonderful doctors, and you'll be hearing from you more as we go about this Doctors Forum. So before we go into discussing in depth what this oral marine cell therapy that I've been referring to since I opened this forum, perhaps it is good to have a general understanding of what is cell therapy. Now, I'd like to ask Dr. Angie. Doc, can you please share with us what is cell therapy?
Okay, Badette. Good morning, everyone. Once again, I'm happy to be here with all of you today on a Saturday morning. Thank you, Badette, for that question. Actually, cell therapy can be a topic that can be discussed for a whole day. But I understand that we have a broad spectrum of attendees for today. We have a number of doctors and also many with no medical background. Okay lang yun. We will try our best to answer in a simple manner that everyone can relate para mas maintindihan ng madami. So, in order to better understand cell therapy, let me first explain what is a cell. So a cell is the smallest and the most basic form of life. Although we define the cell as the most basic, it is actually structurally and functionally complex, meaning each cell, as seen, theoretically can survive, grow, reproduce, and die on its own. Parang independent sila. So, when this group of cells share a common structure and function together, meaning nagsama-sama yung mga cells, tissues are formed. And then when these tissues formed together again, they make up different organs. And then when these two or more organs support a specific functions, the organ systems are formed. Diba? And this creates a precious organism called you. Okay, so all of us are made up of trillions of cells that needs to be nourished with nutrients, water, and oxygen. So if our cells are healthy, all these tissues, organs, and systems that makes you will function properly. Therefore, to take care of our body, we have to take care of our cells. And this is the reason why we really need to know about cell therapy. So you may ask, what is cell therapy? Okay, so it can be defined in a general way as a therapy in which cellular material is injected or otherwise transplanted into a patient with the aim of replacing the diseased or missing ones. So it's actually targeted at many clinical indications in multiple organs and by several modes of delivery. Accordingly, the specific mechanism of actions involved in cell therapies can be varied or wide-ranging.
Dr. Angie, that's truly interesting to know. And I'm just curious po, is it something new? Is this technology new? And what is the origin or probably the history of cell therapy? Can you shed light on that, please, Doc?
Okay, Badette. So the origins of cell therapy can perhaps be traced to the early 1800s pa in Switzerland. Here's Paul Nihans, a well-known Swiss physician who was considered the father of cell therapy. He was one of the developers of cell therapy with remarkable results to slow the aging process. He once said, cells as the life bearer, and a disease of the body is a disease in the cells. And since then, cell therapy has evolved by leaps and bounds, offering great advancements in regenerative medicine. Many have even cited positive results, including improved skin condition, a general sense of well-being, and improvement on numerous conditions, including diabetes, joint disease, and many other chronic diseases. Now, in recent years, legions of affluent, accomplished individuals, from actors to performers to CEO and heads of state, have traveled to Switzerland on a regular basis just to undergo these cell therapy injections. Imagine that.
That's really amazing, Dr. Angie. So what you just explained to us is really how important cells are.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so thank you so much for that. And now I'm curious, since cells are the most basic units of our body, Dr. Gail, I'd like to ask, so what causes damage to cells?
Yes, Badet, thank you. Although some of the variations in people's healthiness of cells are genetic, environments do have an important influence on the development and maintenance of a healthy behaviors. Maintaining healthy behaviors throughout life, particularly eating balanced diet, engaging in regular physical activity, and refraining from the use of tobacco, all contribute to reducing the risk. However, our environment has changed. The water that we drink is polluted from fertilizers and toxic chemicals run off from factories. The air that we breathe is also polluted from exhaust fumes, burning of fossil fuels, even from the plants, the paints and the color dyes found at home. Increased radiation from UV rays due to the hole in the ozone layer, nuclear leaks in Fukushima, Japan. We are exposed daily to doses of radiation from our cell phones, Wi-Fi, TV, and even the Zoom and other electronic equipment. You see that? So we experience stress at work from never-ending deadlines, chasing deals, retrenchment, and at home, we also have stress over our parents' health, our children's exams, and our spouse job or lack of it. So we also have unhealthy habits like bad diet, irregular meals, overeating, lack of exercise, drinking, alcohol, and smoking. So long-term dependence on chemical drugs. So what's wrong with all of this? These are the sources of what we call free radicals. So free radicals are main cause of many modern illnesses and premature aging process. So our bodies are overwhelmed by the excessive free radicals from environment, diet, and lifestyle. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Dr. Babes. Sorry, Dr. Gail. I just want to reiterate, right, that free radicals are the main culprit to causing damage to our cells, right, Dr. Gail?
Exactly, Badette.
And it can come from our environment, our lifestyle. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that very enlightening explanation on what causes damage to cells. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Babes. Ayan po. Welcome back, Dr. Babes.
Hello.
So how can now free radicals damage our cells? How what is the process po? Can you please enlighten all of us?
Good question, Badet. This is how it happens. Free radicals, when they enter our body,
Nice, si
first,
Tita B.
first attack
Tatawag.
our cell membranes. Naturally, over time, they allow damage and create small openings that allow more free radicals to enter the cell. So mas maraming free radicals, mas maraming damage to the cells. When this happens, the free radicals will start to damage the cellular components, or what we call cell organelles. And the cell will start to lose its function, so they become less effective in what they do. But what is alarming by that is, if the free radicals enter the nucleus, it will damage the DNA and mutation will occur, which could lead to cancer or other degenerative diseases. Luckily, our body is equipped with a natural response to free radical insults in the form of cellular repair process. When the cellular repair process begins, an inflammatory response cycle will then ensue. When the repair process is complete, the inflammation will cease. But with constant overwhelming bombardment by free radicals, the cells are engaged in a perpetual repair process, which means that the inflammatory response is constantly on, and this becomes chronic inflammation. We always hear those two words, chronic inflammation, right, Badet? And this chronic inflammation from free radical damage or oxidative stress causes an alarming at least 90 chronic diseases. When we start experiencing the symptoms of a disease, what do we do? How do we react? Di ba we naturally seek consults? In most cases, we receive medication or treatment in the form of drugs. But what if we are required to take the drugs for the rest of our lives? Or worse, if the illness requires chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and other forms of advanced treatment modalities. With the advancement of medicine, science, and technology, there has to be an option that would not require us to be dependent on drugs. If you think about it, Badet, since disease begins in the cell, isn't it just logical that the treatment also begins from and within the cell?
Yes, that makes sense, Dr. Babes. So, based from what you said, let me just recap this so far. So, cells are damaged by free radicals, and that leads to chronic diseases. Tama po ba, Doc Babes?
Correct.
Okay, so Dr. Babes, my next question is, wouldn't it be better if we start from the beginning, just like what you said? If cells is the most basic unit of our bodies, then it makes sense to target the cells, di ba po ba? So, how do we help our cells in removing these free radicals? Is that even possible po, Doc Babes?
That's it. That's it, Badet. You perfectly got the key message. It is absolutely possible to help ourselves by getting rid of or minimizing the free radicals. There is such a thing as scavenging the free radicals. Alam mo yon, yung mga free radicals, mga basura yon, mga toxins, mga bagay na hindi kailangan ng katawan natin. The scavengers are the antioxidants. Tagalinis, tagapulot ng mga free radicals. Pero you know ba that hindi natin kailangan hintayin pa na mag-accumulate or dumami pa ang free radicals or toxins sa katawan natin. Premature aging and most chronic diseases can really be prevented or delayed. It is always better to nip the problem in the bud or to arrest the pathway that leads to diseases. As we always say, prevention is always better than cure. We all know that, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, but that whether we like it or not, we are always exposed to free radicals around us. Therefore, it makes sense to take extra care of the cells on a regular basis. While the sources of these free radicals abound and sprout like mushrooms, do you know that there is hope? The exciting part is cell therapy provides the hope.
Wow, you know, I'm struck by the word hope when you use the word hope, because many people have just accepted that they will be taking maintenance medications for life. And so I want to know, Dr. Babes, more about this hope. Can you please share with us what is this cell therapy that you have been talking about?
Yeah, you may be concerned that this is an expensive option, but hey, listen, where cell therapy treatment in regenerative treatment centers used to be reserved only for the rich and famous, now Swiss cell therapy has been made more accessible to everyone, like you and me. Isn't that great? After years of scientific research and clinical study, this oral Swiss cell therapy we proudly call Celergen offers a wide range of treatment. A potent, transformative treatment that stimulates the human body's natural healing and revitalizing powers. Celergen triggers the rejuvenation of individual cells. Who would not like to be rejuvenated, both inside and out? You know, by repairing and replacing dead and damaged cells, Celergen helps combat the aging process. You may ask, in what way does Celergen do this? Well, old cells are replaced with new healthy cells. Damaged cells are repaired to function properly, while healthy cells are being protected from free radical damage. That's it, Badet.
That is truly amazing, Dr. Babes. I like the part when you said, you know, this used to be available only to the rich and famous, but now because of Celergen, it is accessible to ordinary people like us. And I'm just so happy to hear about this good news. Dr. Babes, yes, we have hope indeed. Amazing. And now, I'd like to ask Dr. Gail, we want to know more about Celergen. Please do tell us more. What makes it a better option for cell therapy, and how does Celergen work?
Thank you, Badet. Celergen is an oral cell therapy from marine origin. It's the world's first oral cell therapy that comes from marine species. So unlike other cell therapies, which involve injections, Celergen comes in a soft gel form that is taken orally. While supplements are often manufactured using extreme heat, which destroys many of the nutrients in the active ingredients, Celergen uses Swiss proprietary cold extraction technology. This guarantees that its marine cellular extracts achieve the highest degree of potency. Celergen's bioactive ingredients are bound to peptides, which escorts the micronutrients through the intestines and into the blood system, where they go to work, restoring and rejuvenating individual cells. Celergen works in 3 simple ways. Number 1, remove the free radicals that cause cellular damage. There are many types of free radicals, and Celergen has a wide range of antioxidants to remove free radicals. One of its key ingredients is a proprietary bio-DNA cellular marine complex. This is a very strong super antioxidant. This is a special ingredient only found in Celergen, and it is not available in other supplements. So this is extracted from the DNA of deep sea marine life, specifically from salmon and herring, which through nearly 30 years of research has been associated with powerful anti-aging properties. Lutein is one of the ingredients, protects the eyes from cataract, macular degeneration, glaucoma, floaters, and this is good for the eyesight. Grape skin extract, resveratrol, for your cardiovascular health. That's also a coenzyme Q10. It's also for CDV as well as stamina. These antioxidants help to stabilize or neutralize the free radicals so that they will not cause further harm. Number 2, replenish the high quality materials to make new cells. So these ingredients in Celergen are high quality materials that the cells need to repair and make new cells. DNA is recycled to make new DNA cells. We also have collagen, used to repair skin, joints, and blood vessel walls. Elastin increases the elasticity of skin and blood vessel. This is to regulate blood pressure. M-peptide repairs the cartilage in joints, and N-peptide lowers the glycemic index of carbohydrates, slows down the absorption of glucose to regulate blood glucose and allow for better weight management. So this is good for those that are dieting and want to have a weight management program. So number 3, we have regulate the genetic and cellular activity. So in this scientific study on human liver cancer cells, Celergen has shown to have effects on cells apoptosis or cells natural death by as much as 30% and a significant reduction in activity of CMYC oncogen. This is a very promising result on Celergen's ability to regulate genetic activity, especially since this CMYC oncogen is found to be responsible for a few other top cancers.
That's amazing, Dr. Gail. Just to recap, first, Celergen is taken orally, right?
Yes, Badet.
Yes, and the technology that Celergen uses is what we call the Swiss cold extraction technology, and it is made up of high quality ingredients. Is that right, Dr. Gail?
Correct, Badet.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Gail, for a very enlightening explanation. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Angie. Welcome back. Dr.
Yes, ma'am.
Angie, can you now tell us more? What are the specific benefits of Celergen?
Okay. Before I tell you the specific evidence-based benefits of Celergen, I just like to reiterate that Celergen is not a drug. Okay, it's a premium food supplement with many unsurpassed worldwide accreditations. To name a few, my favorite is the Swiss Public Health Attestation Certificate, as even the Swiss citizens can take it. There's also full compliance to US FDA, halal certified, and the banned substance control group certified drug free to show that Celergen really has no chemicals, hormones, steroids, or opioids, so that even the elite Olympic athletes can safely take. As a physician, of course, assurance of safety and quality is very important aspect as we choose, di ba, the nutritional supplements for our patients. Furthermore, Celergen is backed by independent clinical studies in one of Europe's largest, most sophisticated clinical test research center that is in Pessac, France, di ba? So, which is something of great value to me and importance as a doctor. So, now allow me to just highlight some of the evidence-based benefits of Celergen. And the most important one being cell regeneration, like in stimulation of specific cells concerned with obesity, arthritis, and others. It also helps in enhancement of energy and vitality for relief of joint pains. Especially important now in COVID-19 pandemic is our mental health because Celergen can lighten moods and symptoms of anxiety and depression, which a lot of people are experiencing now, as well as improve alertness and enhance memory. Isn't that great?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it also has glycemic index reduction property, reducing the glycemic index of carbohydrate by 37%, which is good for diabetics. Of course, for beauty enhancement, as it lifts and tones loose skin, you will see like visible increase in radiance and glow to the skin, as well as minimizes our lines and wrinkles. Not to forget is the immune boosting property of Celergen, especially important in COVID-19 pandemic. And not the least effect is that it can help boost your sex drive and potency, thus enhancing sexual performance.
Wow, those are really, really good evidence-based benefits, Dr. Angie. Now,
Mhm.
my question is, with those evidence-based benefits, Celergen thus, in fact, give us a better quality of life, right, Dr. Angie? And which leads us to an optimum health. Is that
Yeah.
right, Doc Angie?
Yes, I totally agree.
Yes, and then I like what you said about Celergen being certified drug-free, meaning Celergen has all natural ingredients. We don't have to worry about side effects that comes with from drugs, from long-term use of drugs. So we can take Celergen for the rest of our life, even, right, Doc Angie?
True, Badet.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So now, Dr. Angie, I want to know who should be taking Celergen and how should we take Celergen?
Okay, so I would recommend Celergen not only for those already suffering from some form of chronic disease, but also for prevention. As I believe that prevention is always better, easier, and cheaper than cure. So I recommend to take Celergen 1 to 2 soft gels daily or every day, best taken 20 minutes before breakfast on empty stomach. That's it.
Okay, Doc. So 1 to 2 soft gels or
Mhm.
2 soft gel capsules per day, 20 minutes before breakfast, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I like what you said. Prevention is always better than cure, and it is cheaper.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Angie. I am amazed and I am inspired to listen as I was listening to all those insights about cell therapy and Celergen. Now, I want to know, as doctors, I'm sure you take all necessary measures to protect your practice, to protect your name, and you have to make sure that you have tried the product first before recommending it to your patients. Can you please share with us what was your personal experience about Celergen? What were the benefits that you experienced from Celergen? So I'd like to start with Dr. Angie.
Okay. Cell therapy with Celergen affected me in a positive way as it changed my life and gave me new hope. As for more than 25 years, psoriasis has taken my life. Imagine complications like psoriatic arthritis in both my hands and then colitis, having diarrhea almost every day was manifested. I also remembered to have experienced difficulty in sleeping, lack of energy, and low immune system due to the immunosuppressant injectables that my body is exposed to. So I'm really blessed to have really tried Celergen as it has greatly improved the quality of my sleep. And with this, gave me more energy. And even the symptoms of my colitis and arthritis were significantly lessened. So to date, up to now, I continue to take Celergen to boost my immune system to combat the side effects of my medication and also as a means of preventing further damage to my existing condition. As you know, psoriasis still up to now has no treatment. Now, for the field of radiology with subspecialty in breast imaging, I share Celergen with my patients, especially those who are at high risk or yung mga cancer patients. As I believe that Celergen, though not considered a cure for cancer, has anti-cancer properties and it can reduce the risk of getting cancer. In addition to this, Celergen can also be taken to reduce undesirable effects of radiation therapy. So
I'm
it can really help a lot of people.
Wow, I'm so happy for you, Dr. Angie. Most of us take sleep for granted. But now with the onset of this pandemic, we know how important the quality of sleep is. And as you have heard from Dr. Angie, sleep, the improvement in the quality of sleep of Dr. Angie has resulted to an improvement in her energy and a boost in her immune system. So thank you, Dr. Angie, for sharing such a personal experience with us today. Maraming salamat po. Salamat po. So now I'd like to ask Dr. Gail. Kayo po, Doc Gail, looking young, feeling young every day. Tell us your secret. Share with us, please.
Thank you, Badet. You know, Celergen is one of the best things that ever happened in my life. Several years ago, I've been taking maintenance drugs for high cholesterol, high blood, high uric acid, acid reflux. With so much stress and work demand in the clinic, I suffered from back pains, and sometimes I take relievers and long for a good day massage after a day's work to relieve me of the discomfort and chronic fatigue. When I have these attacks, I become grumpy and irritable. Since I'm not young anymore, I decided to retire at age 65. Celergen was introduced to me by a doctor friend, and convinced of its benefits, I said, why not try it myself? So I did. After 8 months on Celergen plus healthy lifestyle, would you believe all abnormalities were back to almost normal? My back aches, joint pains are gone, reflux no more, acid reflux no more, astigmatism corrected, had experienced good sleep and always in happy mood. In short, overall health condition has very satisfactory result. So my maintenance meds was reduced to just one now. So a lot of my friends noticed change in my appearance. In fact, one of my friends didn't recognize me when she fetched me at the airport. So friends are asking if I had Botox or fillers done on my face. Of course not. Yeah, I'm flattered. Actually, I felt that stamina and endurance level increased. Muscles toned and firm. So my complexion lightened. No need to apply heavy makeup to hide imperfections. I don't need to take a lot of vitamins anymore because Celergen has everything in one soft gel. Now that the pandemic is still at its peak, I cannot risk my health. Taking Celergen boosts my immune system to fight COVID-19. So Celergen absolutely made me healthy inside and out. I belong to the middle-aged senior, but I feel like an 18-year-old. In fact, I'm the only senior citizen who is still biking in our village. Thank you, Celergen. I won't last a day without you.
Wow, Dr. Gail, the only senior citizen still riding your bike in the village. Of course, that is pre-pandemic. So, kung titingnan niyo po si Dr. Gail, kitang-kita naman, hindi po siya mukhang middle-aged senior citizen. Mukha talaga siyang 18 years old. Palakpakan natin si Dr. Gail. Yay! And now I'd like to ask our Dr. Babes, please do share with us your own personal experience po.
We came to know Celergen when it was first introduced to us by our very good friend. At that time, when my husband just recovered from stroke. But just like most, if not all doctors, my husband and I were skeptical about health supplements. We forgot about this high premium world-class oral cell therapy until months later when my sister-in-law was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. That was when we suddenly remembered Celergen. When my husband and I started taking Celergen, we noticed gradual yet significant relief from varied forms of arthritic pains. For me, I was relieved from ankle joint pains, leg cramps, and de Quervain's tenosynovitis. In the case of my husband, the most significant relief was from the excruciating pain brought by trigger finger. Celergen definitely saved him from rehab or ortho intervention and possibly surgery. And being dermatologists ourselves, although both of us have kept our skin in optimum condition, we discovered that Celergen has made our skin even better. And our patients keep noticing the extra smoothness and radiance. That's all, Badet.
I'm so happy to hear about the relief that you have experienced, both of you po. That's very, very, that gives us hope especially now that more and more people are in pain. So thank you so much, my dear doctors, for sharing your personal stories with us. Thank you for your openness. And now, I want to know more about how how you have helped your family and friends, because as I understand, once you start experiencing the benefits of Celergen, we won't be able to stop sharing it to others, right? So I'd like to call on Dr. Angie once again. Please do share with us your the stories from your family, from your friends.
Yes, Badet. Actually, I was personally touched by the experience of my 83-year-old mother-in-law, who was greatly helped with Celergen. As according to her, he was diagnosed to have asthma. So according to her, the asthmatic attacks were at times so severe that she would wake up with headache, nausea, and even dizziness. She has been on asthma medications for the longest time, but she felt it was not working for her. So she said to have found a miracle in Celergen, as just after a month of taking it, there was significant improvement, as there were no more attacks of asthma, and including her headaches, dizziness, and nausea were all improved. She regained too the energy that she lost over the years. What's good about it, Badet, is that she calls me whenever her Celergen is running out instead of me calling her.
That's amazing. So you are now the official 911 for Celergen of your mother-in-law.
Yes, Badet. I remembered also my relative, Kuya Romy, one of the first persons I shared Celergen with. He's a pediatrician from Lipa City, Batangas, who was diagnosed with stroke for more than 5 years now. And he said not only did it help him with his journey back to recovery, but it also aid him in helping regain back his strength and boost his immunity. A lot of people has been asking his age, as they couldn't believe that Kuya Romy is already 67 years old. Now, not only does he looks good, but he also feels great too. Isn't that okay?
Doc, that's more than okay. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much for sharing the story of your mother-in-law and of Kuya Romy. I'm sure they're very, very thankful to you, Dr. Angie, for not holding back this
Yeah.
information.
Yes, Badet.
Thank you po. Marami pong salamat. So ngayon po, gusto ko naman tawagin si Dr. Gail. Dr. Gail, I'm sure your friends and family have also benefited from Celergen.
Yes, Padet. I will share three of my patients' benefits from Celergen. One is Alice. Alice is a longtime friend of mine, and she has insomnia, osteoarthritis, back and knee pains. She has also high blood, high cholesterol, high uric acid. See? So after just 1 week on Celergen, she was able to sleep soundly without the sleeping pills. Unbelievable. 1 month after, her aches and pains disappeared. And on her 8 months of taking Celergen, all her lab results became normal. Celergen also helped her in caring for her husband who has pancreatic cancer. Her husband was diagnosed at stage 4 already. He did not go for surgery, radio, or chemotherapy. His pain management doctor wondered what's in Celergen, that he was different from other patients. He was not in so much pain. And he was also given 6 months to live. But the amazing part there is he lived for almost 2 years. He had quality of life until his last days. And the family is very grateful to Celergen.
Doc, I'm really happy for Tita Ali's ano po because um most often than not when there's a cancer patient in the family, the focus is on the cancer patient. But I'm so happy that Tita Ali's also took care of herself by taking Celergen, and it benefited her a lot, from insomnia, osteoarthritis, back knee pains, all kinds of high blood, high cholesterol, everything. So that's a very good way of also putting premium on ourselves as we care for our loved ones. Tama po ba, Dr. Gail?
Tama, Badet.
So any other stories, Doc, from your patients? I'm really excited to know more.
Yes. Well, I have also Miss Donna. She is hypertensive, diabetic, high cholesterol, high uric acid, arthritis. She said, name it, and she has it. She have it. So I recommended Celergen to help her with all her health issues. And after 1 month on Celergen, she felt energized, experienced good sleep, and can walk without pains. She was able to walk 5 kilometers and able to play badminton and volleyball during their team building in the company. After a year on Celergen, many of her maintenance meds were removed. All her co-employees were surprised of her being active again, and how did she have that kind of endurance?
Doc Gail, I'm just amazed then again, no? Kasi she's able to play badminton, walk several kilometers, play volleyball. I think what Celergen does is not just improve the quality of life, but give back the life that these patients of yours have enjoyed before aging set in. Tama po ba, Doc?
Absolutely right, Badet.
So happy for your patients po. And I've also heard that you also helped a young person with acne. So can you tell us more about this story, Doc?
Yes, Badet. Being a dermatologist, I've been having young patients also, okay? And one is Mishan. She has this chronic seborrheic dermatitis, severe acne. This is started during her high school days and until she was into Celergen. So since high school, I have been prescribing antibiotics and topical medication to address her case, but to no avail. So I recommended Celergen so that after a month of taking, her pimples cleared and her skin started to glow. She also had chickenpox. The lesions were not widespread and dried up in just 1 week without any antibiotics or any antiviral meds. So chickenpox usual healing time is 2 weeks, but she had only for a week. And last month, she got COVID-19, would you believe? But she only had mild symptoms. And she continues to take Celergen for her full recovery.
Doc, that having acne growing up, that must have affected her confidence level. And with Celergen, her confidence was revived, and
Yes.
I'm so happy for your patient po.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you. But
thank you so much, Dr. Gail. And now I'd like to call Dr. Babes once again. Please do share with us the stories of your family. You've mentioned someone when you shared about your own personal journey.
Yeah, thank you, Badet. We witnessed the transformation of the health of my sister-in-law when She recovered fast from stage 3 multiple myeloma to complete remission, an early one just after the second cycle of chemotherapy, but always in combination with Celergen. This has totally convinced my doctor husband and me of the safety of Celergen and its tremendous health benefits. Indeed, she manifested amazing results in recovery from both her cancer and COVID-19 infection as well. Let me emphasize though that Celergen is not a cure for any form of cancer, but definitely with Celergen, the effects of chemo for my sister-in-law had only been minimal. Her well-being was both improved and maintained. Her recovery from multiple myeloma has been incredibly fast, and she has been in complete remission continuously for 21 months now. Such amazing effects when Celergen was combined with chemo. In other words, her general health definitely got better 100% with the combination of Celergen to the 9 cycles of chemotherapy.
So, Doc, what you're saying is you combined Celergen and the primary treatment, which is chemotherapy, that made your sister-in-law experience really a good general well-being even up to this
Yes,
point.
yes,
And so
yes.
I'd like to know, Doc Babes, cancer is one of the considered high risks from COVID-19. And can you share with us how Celergen has protected your sister-in-law from this COVID virus?
It's true, but that cancer is a comorbidity that carries with it a high susceptibility to getting COVID-19 infection. Rosalie, though in complete remission, has never stopped taking Celergen. So when she was confined due to severe COVID-19 infection, she did recover completely because Celergen gave her a strong immune system. Likewise, because of its grape skin extract, which is a blood thinner, Celergen helped prevent the hypercoagulability of the blood, one of the major findings in COVID-19 infection. Strong immunity, as one of the health benefits of Celergen, is also evident in the case of Rosalie's husband. Excuse me. Despite the several times that he was exposed to his COVID-19 positive office mates and living with 2 COVID-19 positive family members, he never got infected of COVID-19. Such strong immunity. I also,
That's
yeah,
that's that's yeah, that's truly a blessing to be able to survive COVID-19 despite being a high risk. And Dr. Babes, any other stories that you would like to share? But before that, would you like to drink some water?
I'm okay.
Okay, sige po. You may continue po.
Thank you. I have also witnessed 2 inspiring similar cases of osteoarthritis. One is of a 90-year-old single lady who always walked to church with a cane and also with a helper who herself was also suffering from arthritic pains. Both were limping as they held hands in going to church. But after a few weeks of Celergen, they were all smiles when they greeted me in church because their pain has become much less intense and much less frequent, and now very seldom. Attorney Himarino, the father-in-law of my eldest daughter, is literally a walking testimony of the anti-aging benefits of Celergen. He used to walk with a cane because of recurring inflammation and severe pain in his knee joints, despite injection of steroids by 3 different doctors. But after some weeks on Celergen, he can already move around without his cane and is back to his favorite pastime of meeting friends and colleagues in the law profession who were amazed at his ease and comfort at walking, his renewed vitality, glowing skin, and youthful looks. That's all, Badette.
Phenomenal stories from Dr. Babes, Dr. Gail, and Dr. Angie. Just listening to your stories, I must say that it's indeed safe to conclude that Celergen changes lives. Is that right, doctors?
Yes.
Yes. And because it has changed your life, you started sharing to family and friends, and through Celergen, they are now having a better quality of life. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Angie, Dr. Gail, and Dr. Babes, for your stories. And please, please do extend my gratitude to your friends and to your family members for allowing you to share your stories today. And now, finally, I'd like to ask each of our doctors any inspiring message or advice that you would like to share to all our guests today from all over the world. Yes, so Dr. Gail, please do start.
Yes, Badette. So for all the seniors out there, take some time out to do the things that you love. Let's stay active and exercise. Continue to learn new things and make sure to socialize with others. Explore hobbies and other opportunities. Travel as much as you can and discover your passions and take actions. Discover also a sense of purpose from taking care of your grandchildren, just like what I am doing now. Become involved in community service. AIDS is not a matter of question here, it's just a number. So, with Celergen, we can now reverse aging, live longer, but with the best of health and the best of life. Celergen is one of the best things that ever happened to me. It will also happen to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gail. And, indeed, with Celergen, aging does not matter. And now I'd like to call Dr. Babes. Please do share with us your message.
Okay. In behalf of all the doctors, I would like to leave an important message to our esteemed audience. As ethical practitioners of the profession of medicine, we always abide by our sworn Hippocratic oath of first do no harm, which in Latin is primum non nocere. Every weapon in the physician's armamentarium is double-edged. Every cure has a potential harm. Thus, we always provide our patients with the best possible treatment that do not compromise safety. And because we have proven for ourselves the effectivity and safety of Celergen, we highly recommend this supplement for optimum health. And specifically as a dermatologist, I always tell my patients that what matters most is not just to look good from the outside, but to feel good from the inside. As Celergen does the repair internally at the cellular level, Celergen delivers this effect, beauty from the inside out. If you
Thank you.
want to become naturally beautiful, take Celergen. Don't just take my word for it. Start now.
Yes, Dr. Babes, we will start now, today, right now. So thank you for reminding us to give importance to feel naturally beautiful from the inside to the outside and to not wait for another day. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to call Dr. Angie. Please do give your inspiring message.
Okay. So, when it comes to antioxidant, I want you to remember this word, Celergen, a strong antioxidant that can help boost our immune system and defense mechanism by reducing inflammation, really timely for COVID-19 pandemic. Aside from that, Celergen, as previously mentioned, also contains grape skin extract as one of its supplemental ingredients, a natural blood thinner, also beneficial for COVID to reduce blood clots. So for me, Celergen is the premier holistic way to nourish and take care of ourselves. As after all, our best defense to survive this COVID pandemic is a robust immune system. Your life is priceless, so why wait? This is the best time to try and see and feel for yourself the difference. Thank you, everyone. And I'm really glad for this opportunity today to meet all of you and be able to share this. Mabuhay and magandang umaga sa lahat. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Angie. Yes, indeed, life is priceless. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our esteemed doctors for sharing with us all their knowledge about Celergen, about cell therapy, and the benefits to them personally and to their loved ones. And so I'd like to encourage everyone. You know, you've heard Dr. Babes say, start now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Because as Dr. Angie said, life is priceless. Even Dr. Gail cannot live a day without Celergen. And so, come on, guys. Now is the time. Now is the time to start Celergen. Don't wait for tomorrow because tomorrow may be too late. So now I'd like to share with you the how do you get started? Now it's my turn to share. Yay! So how do we get started on Celergen? So so there are three several ways. Our advisors will post the Google form link so that you can order right away or even now as I speak to you. So these are the three special packages that we have prepared specially for all our guests today. So the first is the VIP package. 6+2 privilege boxes at 99,800. The silver package, 14+2 privilege boxes at 216,200 pesos. And our premium silver package, 18+2 privilege boxes at 251,800 pesos. So all you need to do is click on the Google form in our chat box, and you may send your orders there, and we will process it for you right away. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Please do click on the Google form before you leave. And I'd like to request everybody, please, I'd like to see all your beautiful and handsome faces for a photo opportunity with our dear doctors. So please, I'd like to request DP Gina to take our picture. Okay, all set? 1, 2, 3, smile.
Gonna take a while. Wait, a few screens, so keep smiling.
Keep smiling, everyone.
Quite a lot of you. Okay.
Thank you so much, DP Gina. Thank you everyone for joining us today. And I pray that we are all blessed. I'm sure we all are. And thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe. Please stay safe. The pandemic is not over. Okay, so it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves. So thank you. We will see you in future events. And I hope next week, next month, I will see your pictures again and I will see your transformation. God bless us all. Bye. Bye, everyone. Enjoy lunch. And to all those who are in the other side of the globe, happy sleeping time. May you have sweet and holy dreams.